Hello, memory and friends. Today I am going to be explaining the process of volcanic eruption. And we have group 1. My name is Muhammad Fatahila, and this is the definition of a volcanic eruption. So, a volcanic eruption is an event where magma comes out of a mountain, a volcano, and appears at the surface of the earth. Volcanic eruptions are also just called eruptions. Now, the causes of volcanic eruptions vary, but some of them are built up gas and tectonic plates and earthquakes. Okay, and volcanic eruptions are the eruption of molten rock, hot rock, and fragments and hot gases through the core of the volcano, which is also a vent in the planet's crust that may release the substances here when it is active. Volcanic eruptions can vary from gentle eruptions or gigantic eruptions, like in the case of some Hawaiian volcanoes. And also things like the eruption of Mount Vesuvius that destroyed Pompeii in the year 79 CE. Volcanic eruptions have played a major factor in the imagination of cultures around the world, and they also contribute a large part to global warming due to the fact that they release gases such as carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide, which may heat up the world. Now, how do volcanic eruptions happen? First of all, magma builds up in the Earth's interior and is pushed out by hot gases. When it rises to the Earth's crust, coming out as hot liquid lava. Then ash and steam escape after the lava, and there may also form lava domes around the site of the eruption.
Okay, so the next part is what caused the volcanoes to erupt. So most volcanoes are associated with plate tectonic. For example, volcanoes of Iceland, Indonesia, and numerous other places occurs at the margin of massive solid rocky plates located on Earth's surface. When one plate slides under another, it is trapped in the plate. Safety plate is squeezed out of it by enormous pressure, which produces enough heat to melt nearby rock, forming magma. Since the magma is more volume than the rock, it rises and it may connect with the chambers nearer to the surface. As the chamber fills up, the pressure inside will increase. So when the downward pressure produced by the weight of rock above the chamber is less than the upward pressure produced by the rock below the chamber, cracks often form rock. Eventually, the upward pressure may push the magma to the cracks and out of the vents at the surface where it becomes a lava. In fact, strictly speaking, the term volcanoes refers to just such a fact, although it can also refer to the landfall created by the accumulation of solidified lava and volcanic debris near the vent, far from the tectonic plate where there is a smaller number of volcanoes occur at the hotspots and hotspots, where rising magma melts to the crust. Volcanoes of Hawaii are an example of hotspots volcanoes.
This is the volcanic gases mixed with the atmosphere. Volcanic eruptions of the tectonic force gases as per lava flows. Magma rises from below storage regions, and some crystals form magma rises in basalt and accumulate when reaching crust, and below the partial melting of mantle, and that's the origin of magma. The next one is the Krakatau eruption in Indonesia. It was 1883, and this eruption had a magnitude of 6.0 on the volcanic eruption scale. It estimated that more than 36,000 people died as a result and the tsunami. The impact, it had Krakatau Island and everything was destroyed, and more than 36,000 people died. And this eruption caused a temporary drop in global temperature by about 1.2 Celsius. Mount Windsor eruption, it was 1792, and it was the deadliest volcanic disaster in history, Japanese history, causing the collapse of Mountain Dome and a massive tsunami that killed an estimated 15,000 people. The impact it had, it was landslides, a massive tsunami, and it killed around 15,000 people. The Mount Windsor eruption, 1792, the melted rock, the magma that is erupted in volcanoes does not come from the Earth's core or even from deep within the mantle. There are no permanent pools of melted rock found around within the crust or mantle. Instead, magma produced from partial melting of the upper mantle. The heat that causes partial melting comes from several sources, most importantly the decay of radioactive elements such as thorium, potassium, and potassium. Once magma is generated, it rises buoyantly because it is lower than the surrounding rock. It moves in slow-moving balloons or diapers, or in planar fractures like stripes. Sometimes it moves at the base of the crust, and other times it continues to rise from magma chambers. Shallow magma chambers may form regions in natural buoyancy areas where the pressure within the magma body equals the pressure outside it, and magma typically begins to crystallize when they are being stored in magma chambers, forming a liquid crystal mush. Eruptions from the shallow magma body may be triggered by the injection of more magma into the chamber by overpressure from increased buoyancy content or by some other factor.
Okay, so my dear friends, now I will talk about the effects of volcanic eruption. So the first one, I will explain the effect of volcanic eruption about the social. So the first one is mass displacement of people. So many people were evacuated to another place because their house were fired by maybe lava or from volcano. The second one is destruction of social infrastructure. The third one is mass loss of life. So many people died because of volcanic eruption. Maybe they were hit by lava and maybe they died because the poison gas from the volcanic eruption. The last one is loss of jobs. Many people lost jobs. Maybe some people were being a farmer. They lost their land because of the volcanic eruption. So the second one, I will explain the effects of volcanic eruption from the economy. So the first one is damage to the infrastructure like power lines. Volcanic eruption give huge damage to key infrastructure like power lines and another big building or infrastructure. The second one is economic loss using funds being used for aid. So country must send a lot of money for the civilian because the civilian need to evacuate, and country have to give the civilian a lot of money for their evacuation. Okay, the third one is improve farming sector after the eruption due to fertile land.
After the negative effect, volcanic eruption also have a positive effect. So the land that were hit by lava have a good mineral for land. So the farmer can produce better product. Okay, the third one I will explain about the volcanic eruption effect from environment. So the first one is destruction of ecosystem. The ecosystem were broken because the volcanic eruption. The second one is volcanic ash covering lands, contaminating water sources, but also giving fertility soil. The positive effect is giving fertility to the soil. Like before, I explained that volcanic eruption give a positive effect. So the land got a mineral from the lava or gas from volcanic eruption. But the negative one is volcanic ash covering lands, contaminating water. Volcanic eruption gas have a methanol gas. It can kill people. The last one I will explain about the kinds of volcano. So the active volcano is considered potentially active if it has erupted during the last 10,000 years. An active volcano, if it has erupted during the last 10,000 years. And an active volcano is included by a volcano that erupt maybe like 1 or 2 years before now. And an active volcano is the example of active volcano is shown right here. The next one I will explain about the dormant volcano. The dormant volcano is a volcano that not have, but scientists predict that maybe in few years it will erupt. In the future, it will erupt. And the example of the dormant volcano is wandering here in the El Mapais. And the last one is an extinct volcano or inactive volcano. So the extinct volcano is one that is not expected to erupt in the future. Yeah, thank you. The next one will be continued by Daniel.
Okay, I will explain about the efforts in dealing about the eruption. So, governments can do many things. First, early warning system, next time of eruption. Second, national protection efforts. Third, specific education about volcanic disasters. And the last, sending search or rescue teams and aid. Solutions, educating yourself and doing the audio about volcanic eruptions. Number 2, construction safe houses or shelters. So if mountain erupt, you can go to safe place. Living far away from volcanoes, being aware of the local volcanic activity and reporting it to local authorities. Volcanic eruptions are one of the most terrifying events and plague many victims. One of the deadliest is the incident in Bombay, where it often says will be a black of the arrogance of the people there. In short, all the buildings and beautiful walks in the city were destroyed and many lives died. People not be evacuated, which shows that the erupting volcano was a terrible disaster.